Yo. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of GOW, the Generation Wrestling Podcast. As always, it's yours truly, the 29-year-old piece of gold franchise, aka the showstopper, better known as the GOW's resident tribal chief. And with me, as always, I got my tag team partner, my brother, my family. He is the flyest in the room, Mr. 1, 2, 3. Pin that ass down, KBT, aka EC's resident Isaac Hayes, King 2 Gold in the building. Brody,
Man, what's good with you, man? What's good with the people, man? You know it's that Monday night block party, man, as we are watching the undisputed tag team champions go up against Damian Priest and Finn Balor of the Judgment Day right now in the main event. What's good with the people? What's good with you, bro?
Man, absolutely nothing at all. We're about to run down this match card real quick, talk a little bit about what happened so we can try to catch up to this main event as we got the Judgment Day facing the current WWE Undisputed Tag Team Champions, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. But before we get to that, man, all right, so really quick, so we started off tonight, speaking of, with KO and Sami Zayn. They came out, they shouted Roman Reigns in the bloodline, talking about how greedy Roman is. Roman and Solo Sikoa will be facing the current WWE Undisputed Tag Team Champions at Night of Champions for those WWE Undisputed Tag Team titles. Out comes the Judgment Day that says they're next up. Of course, you get a brawl that happens in the ring. That will lead to what we get later. Next up, man, first match of the night, we got that boy The Miz versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Ended up picking up the victory, feeling like a big fight feel with that entrance. Reminds us of Shinsuke from NXT back in his glory days. King, man, I know the match wasn't really all that, but seeing Shinsuke get back in the ring, back to his old entrance, being dominant like he is, what are your thoughts?
I mean, it's a nice start for right now, but really can't buy into it too much until we see something come of it. Once we see something come of it, then I'll have a little bit more confidence in it.
All right, absolutely. It's right now, man. KO making a run for his money as he in the ring right now with Damian Priest going for that cannonball.
Everybody.
All right, so then after that, man, so we get a women's tag team title match recap with Damage Control and Liv Morgan and Raquel Gonzalez. Liv Morgan, we find out she's hurt, so she's out. We get a Seth Rollins video package, first one of the night, hyping up, his chase for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. He's going to face AJ Styles at Night of Champions in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. Then we get that boy Gunther making his return back officially on Monday Night Raw with Imperium. He introduced himself to the WWE Universe. He would then say that the WWE Battle Royal that comes up next will determine his next challenger, which ended up being Mustafa Ali. Bro, what are your thoughts? Ali versus Gunther, the Intercontinental Champion. Do you think, I don't think he's going to win. I don't think you think he's going to win. But do you think maybe this could be the start of a more serious push for Ali, or this back to the same old?
I don't know, man.
Because they could have went with a couple of different people in that match. I was looking at it like they could have went.
They really could have. They really could have, and I'm surprised they didn't. But we'll see. Walter works very well with smaller talent, and not to say that Mustafa Ali ain't a good smaller talent, man. He's actually pretty good in the ring. I think he'll have a nice few moments, but I expect Walter to slap that boy to a whole new world.
All right, man. And of course, after this, man, so we get Becky Lynch came out, cut a hell of a promo on Trish Stratus, hyping up their match next week in Saudi Arabia. Then we get a backstage segment with Natalya and Rhea Ripley. Then we get Xavier Woods versus Dominic Mysterio. Mysterio ended up picking up the victory. Of course, due to some timely shenanigans. Then we get a segment, man. JD McDonough. He said he came to Raw to make a statement. And he made that against Dolph Ziggler. Bro, JD McDonough. We know what he can do in NXT. We know what he can do in NXT UK. Now he's on the main stage, Monday Night Raw, going up against a very respectable guy in Dolph Ziggler. What are your thoughts?
Right. I mean, it's a good way for him to get displayed on the main roster, man. We know what he's about. It's time for the non-casual fan, or I should say the casual fan that doesn't really watch NXT. It's time for them to get introduced to him. So, again, it's really just more about a wait and see, just where he goes from here.
All right, man. So then after this, we get a tag team match. We get Indus Shirt versus some Buns. Indus Shirt ended up picking up the victory. Then we get a segment backstage. We get Imperium, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. Hey, man, they say, look, we tired of tolerating this disrespect. We won't tolerate it no more. Next week, it'll be a 3-on-3. Imperium versus Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, the partner of their choosing. Then we got the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. He came out to the ring, and he got right to the point in this one. Cut a promo on Brock Lesnar. He says, hey, look, once upon a time, you were known as the next big thing. Now you just in my way. King, any thoughts on this promo by Cody to Brock Lesnar?
It was a good Cody promo. I don't see Brock making a mistake twice. If Cody beats him again, man, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what to think from that. Right now, I'm expecting Brock to go bananas. Do I think he'll get the victory? I think he will, but then again, Brock can go bananas and cost himself the match, and that'd be it. So and Cody will win again. So it's like that was my thinking during the first match. Like I don't see Brock really not going insane and doing something stupid to get himself disqualified. But he actually didn't do that. But now, oh yeah, I'm definitely thinking he might do something like that.
I mean, come on, you gotta think about it. Not only did Brock lose one, Brock lost. 2, he lost clean. 3, and then he got busted open. And not only did he get busted open, he got a black eye and stitches. Oh yeah, Brock about to make that boy see red, white, and blue all day.
Right. Hell yeah, it does. So that's why. Excuse me. That's that Raw Sandman hitting. That's why I thought he would go bananas then, but yeah, man, I think he would win, but that's if he doesn't go crazy. If he goes crazy, it's a wrap.
Speaking of bananas, this is Bananas, Bananas. Shout out Gwen Stefani on the GOW. Yes, sir. All right, next up, man. We get a match. We get Raquel Rodriguez versus Chelsea Green. Rodriguez ended up picking up the victory, man, but she got her ass handed to her by Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. And may I say, that was some of the worst acting of all time. None of those ladies are going to get an Oscar or an EGOT from me. All right. With that being said, man, so it'll be Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan putting the titles on the line against Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. Man, Tuco, any thoughts on that, brother?
I mean, figured it would happen. I figured it would happen. Once Ronda was healthy, that they would come back and they would find a way to put the tag team titles on them. We already said this. I already said that I feel like Liv and Raquel are placeholders. Yeah. I feel like Raquel can be so much more outside of tag team, and she can have a nice little build and a nice run, to build up that singles run that I believe she can have. So, but right now, I just think her and Liv are placeholders, and honestly, if you're gonna put the title. If you're going to do something meaningful with the tag team titles, I actually want to see what they'll do with the Ronda Rousey and the Shayna Baszler as a tag team. Like, could they really form a team that can really go up against them? Like, I'm hoping that they can actually do that. I'm hoping that they can actually kind of build something with it, and put a little bit of respect on their name and on them women's tag team belts.
Absolutely. And then, all right, so after this, we got Paul Heyman and Gunther in the back shaking hands. Paul Heyman made the call to Roman Reigns. We already heard earlier in the night, man, Kevin Owens said, bro, it's Sami Zayn, same thing. Roman, you greedy. One title wasn't enough. 2 titles wasn't enough. Now you're trying to come after our titles. And now it seems like Paul Heyman may be enlisting the help of Imperium. Who knows? So we'll see how this plays out at the pay-per-view. And then, of course, man, after that, we got a second Seth Rollins video package, hyping up his climb to the the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And now we here in the main event. We got Judgment Day. We got Dominic Mysterio. We got Damian Priest going up against.
No, Dominic and them gone. They got tossed out.
Oh, shit, they showed it. I don't know why I said Dominic, and I'm looking right at Finn Balor and Damian Priest. Excuse me. Finn Balor and Damian Priest versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, bro. We didn't already said it, man.
With Paul Heyman standing at the top of the ramp.
Absolutely. We said this,
As
man.
KO just hit a swanton bomb. Ooh man.
Tonight was a very tough Raw to watch, and my thing was, I don't think that the quality of the show itself was terrible. I just, it just felt extra
It just
long.
wasn't. It didn't like last week with the. I ain't gonna lie. The tournament kind of made it. You know, it was cool. Like Raw last week was a little better because you had the tournament for the World Heavyweight Championship. You know,
Yeah,
there was so there was something important on the line. Like there was, you know, tonight just really felt more like again just kind of furthering the story. But we got to think about it. They got Night of Champions next week. So it's like, all right, we kind of know what this is. This is kind of the build up to next week because next week
right,
gonna be the
right,
go
right.
home show for the pay per view. So right now this is just a quality Raw. You got the tag team champions in a tag team match with Finn Balor, Damian Priest, and Judgment Day, another group you've been building up. Uh, and of course, you know, you got all of the hijinks and the shenanigans of Paul Heyman and him, and you know what he's trying to manipulate for the tribal chief and Solo Sikoa to win on next Saturday.
Yeah, man. Paul Heyman definitely trying to work his hand. If it's one thing Paul Heyman gonna do, man, that is work his hand. It's like you said, man. He's at the
Yeah.
top of the ramp right now. While Dom and Rhea Ripley got sent to the back, bro. Again, I want to talk to you. Two people, man. Dominic Mysterio and Raquel Rodriguez.
Man, we should do
So,
it. I don't know, man. Dom picked up the second victory in a row, man.
bro,
Xavier Woods, man. Hey,
bro,
he taking a L.
he Dom picking up his second victory in a row. It's been rumored that WWE officials are really high on Dom. You and I, we talked, and everybody seems to know this, man. You can't not notice Dom's overwhelming heat, and this is like true, authentic heat. This ain't piped in crowd noise. This is every time
No,
this guy breathes, the crowd shuts him down immediately, bro. You got Dominic Mysterio as a heel. I'm loving it. I want to talk to you about Raquel Gonzalez, though, man, bro. Do you think a heel turn is imminent?
for Raquel,
Yeah.
no, no, no,
Oh
no, no,
no, no.
no,
Oh,
not right now.
I, I
Because
must admit, I didn't see that one coming.
right now I think the biggest heel turn that's coming is with Bianca. So,
Mm,
and if you wanna,
yeah.
and if you wanna give Raquel somebody to beat, and you know, and just kind of get her over, you know, a heel Bianca Belair would suffice.
Okay.
Just saying.
Okay.
As we got Imperium trying to interfere in the match.
We got Leo in the building joining the Monday Night Black Party.
Uh oh. Uh oh. Kevin Owens walked up and put his hands on Walter.
Is it me or do you start? Are you starting to see the cracks slowly show between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn?
I don't see the crack showing right now. Right now, it's just it's the two of them against like 5 or 6 guys. Like
I'm talking about even before this. Just I noticed some stuff in a segment.
right now, they outnumber like a mother, man. They fighting Judgment Day. And what's up? Coup de grace. Ooh, damn, he landed that stiff. Ooh, damn. Oh wow. Oh wow. Didn't see that coming.
Yeah, Finny boy. Come on. I mean,
But then again, with
I
all
guess
the
it makes
shenanigans
sense.
going on.
It
Yeah,
makes
with all
sense
the
because
shenanigans going
now,
on.
because now, if Sammy and KO would have won tonight, you probably would have thought, all right, it's a good chance they might lose at the pay per view. But if they lose tonight, now it's like, shit, are they gonna lose? You don't really know now, do you?
And then it's how they lose.
Yeah,
It was yeah. I mean, it's still that way, really, honestly, because there's a good thought that now that you're doing the Solo and Roman thing, them two walking around, Roman walking around with 4 titles, like, hey, look, man,
like Thanos and shit.
hey, man, for real, man, like, it's kind of sad, but it's a potential thought, so they're gonna play on it. But I don't know, man.
Damn, that coup de grace was stiff as shit.
Hell yeah, I told you, man. That coup de grace was still,
Bro, I've
like
never seen
on
him.
him.
Yeah, I've never seen him land on somebody and then stick it, then fall. It's usually all one fluid motion.
I've seen it a couple of times. I've seen him do it a couple of times, but yeah.
Goodness gracious. Why do Paul Heyman got a lost and found tag on his phone?
Man, because he's Paul Heyman. I don't know.
Oh, like what?
Brock Lesnar, Cody Rhodes under one roof next week.
Let's go. Let's go. We got the Beast and the Nightmare.
All right, so we got it official. Becky Lynch versus Trish, Night of Champions. They're gonna do a contract signing next week.
Yeah.
All right. Hey Trish, how you doing?
Yeah. Trish Stratus.
Yeah.
How you doing? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good God Almighty. Yes, Lord.
I mean,
respect.
Right now, I mean, they just outnumbered right now. Well, ain't nothing happening. But I can see a Walter versus KO coming because since KO walked up and pushed him.
Hey man, KO Ben said he wants to smoke, man. Come on, man. You know what it is. Hey, KO said stop playing. Go ahead and go after that IC title once y'all done with this tag team mess. I ain't mad at it.
Hey. Nah, okay. Well, yeah. Right now, Seth Rollins got to win he's got to win the World Heavyweight Championship. Or then again, it could be AJ Styles, but
I'll tell you what, the way they're propping up Seth Rollins right now with all these damn vignettes and exclusive interviews, if he don't win, I will be thoroughly, I would be confused. I would legitimately be confused. Like, not saying I don't want AJ to not win, but I think AJ got a little bit of time. He's been champion more times since he's been in WWE than Seth Rollins has in that time frame.
Well, on SmackDown on one show.
But that's what I'm saying. But bro, it's been 5 years since Seth Rollins won the title. It ain't been 5 years since AJ Styles been world champion.
Nah. Well, when did he lose to John Cena?
What was that? 2018, 2020?
It was like right before
the pandemic?
No, it was way before the pandemic. Because by the time we got to the pandemic, Brock was the champion. But it was a while ago. But it wasn't as long as Seth though.
Yeah, man. But then again, either way, I wouldn't be mad at seeing the AJ Styles either. I'm like, but to me, man, SmackDown just feel like home for my guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like SmackDown is where he needs to be. But if he must go back to Raw,
champ that runs the camp.
You know, but like I said, right now, Seth Rollins, he red hot. You feel me? Like, he got his button on the pulse of professional wrestling. I mean, right now, you got crowds overseas serenading you for 12 minutes before you even lay a hand on your opponent. Man. I mean, somebody put the belt on my man right now.
Man, hey, they better do something. They better do something. But hey, either way it go, we're going to get a banger of a match because we know these two can bring it. So I'm just ready for next week. I ain't even going to lie. I'm ready for next week now.
Yes, sir. Well, look, man, with that being said, man, look, we ain't going to hold the people forever. Like I said, tonight was it was one of those Raws, but like you said, man, look, next week we got the pay-per-view. We got the go-home shows next week. We just had the draft last week. Well, 2 weeks ago. We had the tournament last week. So we kind of had a lot building up to this moment, man. Then don't forget, this is like one of those pay-per-views right in the middle, right before another big one. So, or somewhat big pay-per-view coming up. So, hey, look, it is what it is. We know how wrestling goes. But, man, hey, look, ladies and gentlemen, as always, man, it's been a privilege. It's an honor to do this thing with my bro. I'm the 29-year-old piece of gold. He is your King Tuco. And until next time, we'll see you when we see you. And before I get out of here, I just want to say, I love you. Peace.